It is 12:42 on Monday, 38 degrees out. I see my collar's messed up. We're on our way to Saginaw, of course. Pete has an appointment. Before his appointment, we're going to go to Magoo's. I don't know why she's whining. Before his appointment, we're going to go to Magoo's, and Maisie needs some chew stuff. The last few days she started chewing like crazy. I don't know why. She chewed up a table leg the other night. She chewed up Pete's Bible this morning. She keeps grabbing socks and slippers and shoes to chew up. And I don't know why this started up all of a sudden right now. I felt around her mouth and stuff this morning. She doesn't seem to have sore teeth or anything. I can't get all the way to the back. I don't know if they get additional teeth when they're older, like we get wisdom teeth when we're older. I don't know. But she is not being a good girl. So anyway, we're going to Magoo's to get her a new antler, because she always liked that, but it's pretty small now, to chew on, and I'll see if they have anything else. She did have a heavy-duty black rubber bone that she's pretty much chewed into pieces, but she isn't eating the pieces. We're always picking up pieces, so I'll get her one of those too if they have one, because as long as she doesn't eat it, I don't care if she chews it up. And if not, we'll go to Menards in Bay City at some point. Anyway, so yeah, she's wearing her training harness because, or jacket, whatever it is, because I don't think there'll be many people in Magoo's at 1 o'clock on probably about 1 o'clock on a Monday. And Maisie, get in the back. Get in the back. Good girl. And so I'm going to take her in. See how she does. I have a pocket full of treats. I got to start getting her used to different environments and different places more. I mean, I've got to. I don't want to wait till summer when everything's crowded. So, yeah, so that's where we're on our way to before Pete's appointment. And so I guess I will. I don't know that I'll be able to record her in there, because obviously I'm going to be concentrating on her. I'm going to have her leash. I don't know how she's going to respond, and blah, 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 blah. So that's what's going on today, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. It's about 6:25, no, about 6:30, because that clock was running about 3 minutes slow. So I think it's about 6:30. I don't know what the temperature is outside. I'm home now. Oh wait, I can look at my other phone. If you really want to know. It says 40, which would be about right. So I gotta say, stop here and pick me up later if you don't want to hear about Maisie. Maisie made me so proud today. So proud. I took her in at Magoo's with me. I figured on the middle of a Monday afternoon there wouldn't be a lot of people in there. I was right. There was one other gal there, maybe in her 20s, with I didn't pay that much attention. But it was a dog similarly sized to Maisie, maybe slightly smaller. Kind of looked standard poodleish, but, hard to say. Maybe a mix, maybe not. I don't know. It was brown. So, like a cocoa brown. But anyway, as Maisie and Pete and I took Maisie in and went right to the front corner of the store, made, where nobody was, made sure I had her attention, made sure she was doing her usual stuff, like come around, which is what I say to bring her around to my left side, to a heel position, even though I don't use the word heel. The reason I use my own words is because as my brain seems to be forgetting more and more words and more things. Let's see, there we go. And more things, and I seem to be getting a little more scatterbrained. I want to be able to communicate with her with regular words, not having to remember additional words like whatever they use to bring them around to your left side, or to have to say heel. It's easier for me to say, walk easy or walk ahead or whatever. So anyway, I went through some of those things with her at the front corner of the store where there was nobody around. She couldn't see this other dog. There was a mom and her 3 kids, but they were more interested in rodents, so it was easy for me to avoid that part of the store. Got her to do a few turns and a few sits and a few look at me's and a few come arounds and stuff like that. And she was good. So we started walking through, and of course, her curiosity got the best of her. Okay, Maisie's. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So she was trying to pull, and no pulling, walk easy, or if she wanted to stop and sniff at something or grab something off a shelf. Although she not once did she try to grab anything off a shelf. I was so proud of her. We went by all the rawhides, and not even in packages, and went by all the toys and all the everything, and she'd sniff, but she never tried to grab anything. She made me so freaking proud today. So, she'd try to stop to sniff at something, and I'd say, keep walking, which means, keep walking. So, we stopped to look at the big rubber chewing toys for the heavy chewers, and I told her wait, put her in a sit. The difference between a wait and a stay is, well, anyway, wait is temporary, and she knows we're going to go in a minute, so. Anyway, and this other gal with this other dog came around behind us and started coming toward us. And of course, Maisie wanted to stand. I put her back and said, no, stay or whatever. She kept coming toward us, so we just left the aisle. We went, outside the aisle, past the aisle, so that this other girl could get whatever it was she needed. And anyway, so while we were waiting past the aisle, she came up another aisle and talked to us and told us that her dog loves other dogs and blah, blah, blah. And of course, Maisie had a rescue dog and training vest on, and I said, well, we're just starting to train her to socialize with other dogs. So we don't let her go near other dogs because we're not sure what she'll do yet. So while we were talking, of course, Maisie knew there was another dog, 6 feet away, even though she couldn't see it. And she wanted to get to it, but, I just kept telling her, look at me, and she'd look at me and sit down, and I'd give her a treat. And then when she'd get distracted again, I'd do it again, and, I had her sit. And she tried to jump up on a display, and I told her, no, get down. She was really listening, and she was really responding to the things I was telling her, and the girl was like, oh my gosh, I'm so impressed, she's just doing so great, and all this, whatever. And I just wanted to bust because I was sure that Maisie would go out in public and be a total idiot. I mean, she does things in the house. She does things outside, but if there's other dogs or people riding around or whatever, she gets easily distracted. But at the pet store, she was impressive. Not that she was perfect. She wasn't perfect. But she was very impressive, especially, after I told the girl that she didn't start out her life being trained or socialized or anything, she just, and so I didn't go into the whole story, but, and she was like, wow, she's so good. And then she told me she's training her dog as a service dog. Well, I mean, who isn't these days? Everybody wants to have a service dog so they can go to Walmart with them, I see it all the time. Anyway, she's training her dog to be a service dog. And that's nothing, what I just said, nothing to reflect on her because her dog was very well behaved. And I have no issue with dogs that are there to do a job and actually do the job. And her dog seemed very well behaved and very, responsive to her and everything. So I hope she does well with it. She was young, maybe early 20s, maybe even late teens, I don't know. Her hair was a number of different colors and it looked really cute on her. She was a cute little girl. Anyway, back to Maisie. So we managed to go all over the store. I couldn't use my walker because I couldn't manage Maisie and use my walker, which means I am kind of sore tonight. More than sore, but whatever. But she made me so proud. And even when we were up at the cash register talking to the cashier, She just laid down at my feet. I mean, that take a year ago. Okay, well, she wasn't even rescued until March 31st of last year. But a year ago, at the time I got her, there is no way that I would ever have been able to envision this happening with her. There's no way I would have ever been able to see that she would become what she's becoming. What a cry. But she's an amazing animal, and she's really responsive. And, for the first time being out in public in a store situation and stuff, she really made me proud. Such a good girl. She's such a good girl. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm going to end it here because I want to play my keyboard. I got some stuff to do. The stuff that we washed the other day, I want to put the covers back on the couch and the chair. And, the dogs are kind of going crazy. When we got home, I wanted to walk Maisie before we came in the house because she'd been in the car all afternoon. And other than at the pet store. But while Pete was in his doctor's appointment, then when we stopped for dinner and all that, she was, and of course, on the road. She was always in the car. But the people next door over here had their German short hair pointer and their short hair pointer puppy. It looks like maybe 3 or 4 months old, loose. So I couldn't. In fact, I had her even in the yard, just circling her out here in the yard. And the dogs started to come around from the back end to come toward her. And even so, she circled. She peed, and when they were coming around, I said, okay, Maisie, home, so I could bring her in. Home is her command for those who don't know, to come up on the steps to the RV. And she ignored the dogs, and she came right up on the steps. Oh, my gosh. Here I go. Can't do this. We're so bonded, and she is just so responsive. I just can't stand it. Anyway, okay. I'm going to go. And I will see you guys. I don't think anything's happening tomorrow. I'm not sure. My plan is just to stay here since I'll be gone Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Not all day Wednesday or Friday, but still. I want to just get my stuff done around here so that Pete doesn't have to worry about play my keyboard, get it out of my system for the days while I'm gone. Haven't decided whether I'm taking my ukulele with me, but Maisie's coming too, so anyway. All right, guys. Hope you have a great Tuesday, and thanks for listening. And take care. God bless, and good night.